BookTube. I wanted to get on here real quick and tell you about a really fun meetup that I had with two of my absolute favorite booktubers, Chrissie from Chrissie's Purple Library and Stacy from Wanderings with Stacy. As you know, I often go to the Outer Banks, and so well, if you're new to my channel, I go to the Outer Banks a lot. I love to go to the beach, and I do a lot of reading there, and I've done some vlogs there. But in one of my videos, I had mentioned I was going to the Outer Banks, and Stacy said, "Oh, you passed me on the way. Let's meet up." And Chrissy said, "Yeah, you passed me too." So anyway, I reached out to them, and we decided to meet up. Chrissy picked a location in Midlothian. It was called Midlothian because they had this really big book exchange, and she brought a bunch of books, and actually it was a really nice place. I highly recommend, because I was surprised she got a decent, it was like 40 some bucks in store credit for her books. Now I think it's just store credit. I don't think they give you money, but still 40 bucks for new books. I mean, I don't like to buy books. I'm kind of like, I'll go to the library or I'll listen to an audio, mostly because I don't want the stuff in my house. And so if I can bring it back there and get a store credit for more books, maybe I'll start buying books. So of course, I ripped the bag. So of course I did get carried away, and I got a whole bunch of books. So I'm gonna show those to you. But before I do, I wanna start at the very beginning. I got to the location a couple of hours early because I was coming from the Outer Banks. And if you know anything about Virginia traffic, it could take anywhere from 3 hours to 8 hours to get there, and I wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. So I got up really early, and I had all this extra time, which was fine because I like to explore new places, and they had the Edgar Allan Poe Museum there. And I did ask Chrissy and Stacy about that, and Stacy said, "Oh, I've been, it's wonderful. If you have the time, you should check it out." So I did, and I did like a short on my channel. You're welcome to see if you want to hear about, or well, you don't hear much, but it's just like a little short where I show you some of the highlights of the Edgar Allan Poe Museum. But let me show you the stuff I bought. So Edgar Allan Poe Museum, if you don't know, I'm an English teacher, and so, you know, of course I have to have this stuff for my classroom and whatnot. These were sticky notes, Edgar Allan Poe sticky notes, which are just perfect. And there's 4 types that you get. I don't know if you can see it, but it says Nevermore, and it says, I don't know, but they're really cool. And so I got these sticky notes. They come in a little booklet, and I don't want to take the saran wrap off until back to school. And then I saw this planter, and I just couldn't resist. Isn't that adorable? So I don't know if I'll use it for a plant or for pencils or pens or whatever, but I've got to have this on my desk at work. I got a t-shirt, but that's downstairs. I put it with my back to school clothes because, you know, I'm going to wear that to school. Even though it's not professional attire, I'll wear it on Fridays with jeans. And I got this magnet. It's just a picture of Edgar Allan Poe. So I had a really good time at the Edgar Allan Poe Museum. Highly recommend that. Now, it's like a 1-hour tour. You can listen to it. It's got a thing, a QR code you can scan, and it'll tell you, you know, on your phone about the different things you're looking at if you're interested. And the website recommends an hour to an hour and a half. Of course, I had an impatient teenager with me, so mine was like 30 minutes. Oh, and Stacy would definitely want me to tell you they have real black cats going around the museum. I only saw one. She said there were 2, but I love cats, as you know. And I just thought that was cool to have a black cat at the Edgar Allan Poe Museum. So that's where I started. And then I found this really cool thrift store. It's also in Midlothian. Hold on, I'll show you what I got. Hang on. Okay, so since I went and dug out my thrift store finds, thrift store, it's a very high-end consignment store, but you know, it's thrifted really. But I went ahead and I got my Poe shirt too, since I was digging stuff out. I love this shirt I got at the Poe Museum. Ta-da! So this is the shirt I got at the Poe Museum. I don't know if you can see it. I love it. I thought it was really cool. So I have my souvenir from the Edgar Allan Poe Museum, and I plan on wearing that to work for Casual Friday. And then I still had time to kill, so I went to, like I say, this thrift store. It was like a real upscale consignment store called Montage. And the reason I went in there, I'm not gonna lie, I went in there because they had Lily Pulitzer in the window, and I don't have anything Lily Pulitzer. I don't even know that Lily Pulitzer is my style. But one of my original favorite authors was Harlan Coben. And I say was because I got pretty disgusted with his last 3 books, I guess. It was like The Runaway, and then I didn't like that, and then I didn't like Win, and then I didn't like I Will Find You. So he's no longer my favorite author, but his early stuff is great. But he did say, I paid to hear him speak once. I'll try to find the picture and put it up here. And I paid to hear him speak. And he said when he was speaking to the audience that the character Win is named after a real friend of his who is related to the owners of Lily Pulitzer. And so his real friend that Win is based on wears a lot of Lily Pulitzer ties. So I thought, okay, well, this is a book meetup, and only maybe in my mind, I don't know if it makes sense to you, put it in the comments, but in my mind, it seemed appropriate to buy Lily Pulitzer to commemorate my meetup. So I bought these pants. I just thought they were so cute. And they're like, I don't know if they're linen or not because I didn't see the tags in them, but they're cuffed because they're real long and I'm tall. So I thought these were just super cute, and they have pockets on the back. I've actually already worn these. I wore them to church the day that I got back. And you'd be surprised how much they go with. They go with white, they go with green, they go with lavender. So I love these. I look forward to wearing these. And I want to show you the tag because I like those fancy consignment stores, and I thought this was a cool thing. I'm in Maryland and this was Virginia, so I've never seen a tag like this, and I asked for clarification in the thrift store. It was called Montage. And I like the way they do business. I'll see if you can see that. But they tell you the price when they got it, the price that it is right now, and then they tell you the price it's going to be next week. So if you want to take your chances, you can come back on that date and get it at an even further markdown. I just got it because obviously I'm not going to drive back to Richmond for, you know, a discount of what, $10 or something. Yeah, like $10. So I think it goes down $10 every time. And this one, not so upscale. I like Ann Taylor. This is an Ann Taylor shirt. And they're color coded. Now my upscale consignment store does color code. I don't remember what the colors mean. This one is yellow for whatever reason, but I just bought this because I think it was like $10 and it's an Ann Taylor. Yeah, it was $10, Ann Taylor shirt. But the thing is, I wear this color. I have a blazer, this burgundy color. I have a cardigan, this burgundy color. I have pants, this burgundy color. And I have pants, this pink color, and a skirt, this pink color. So I thought this is perfect for $10. I'll get a lot of wear out of it. Okay, now let's get into the goodies, okay? Well, nope. Before I get into the goodies, let me share some of the pictures. I first met at this boba shop because you know Chrissie from Chrissie's Purple Library. She loves boba shops. So she recommended the boba shop, and we met there for boba tea. I think I got a watermelon boba tea, and so here's some pictures of us at the boba tea. Chrissie, well, I arrived first, like I say, because I was hours early, but I had a great time. I'm not complaining. And then Chrissie arrived, and then Chrissie and I got to talking, and Stacy arrived. So there are some pictures from the boba shop. It was a lot of fun. And Chrissie had some books that she was going to bring to the book exchange. So she let Stacy and I go through them first, thinking that, you know, we could take what we wanted before she went to the book exchange. And of course, in my mind, I was thinking, well, Chrissie just had a birthday and I'm going to take these books, but I'm going to repay her because I'm going to buy what she gets at the bookshop. Didn't work that way. Because one, she only got one book, and two, when I had tried to pay, she wouldn't let me. And then the lady working there was like, oh, if it's your birthday, we'll just give this to you for free, which was super nice of the people at the bookstore. But it was like, I wanted to get Chrissie a gift. So anyway, these are the books that she gave me. This one is called The Killing Forest. And like I say, I don't know anything about these, but the Chrissie recommended them, which means I'm going to love them. And this one deals with an FBI agent. It's a murder mystery. Hang on, let me check. Okay, so an FBI agent on the hunt for, I think, a 15-year-old girl, and she reconnects with an old friend. She's confronted by her past. I don't know, but I can tell just from the cover, I like a good mystery. And when I see like FBI agent, I'm like, oh, okay, so there's some sort of mystery usually in there. Although from what I see on the like the movies, FBI agents really do more paperwork than the kind of thrilling things we see in the books. But still, I was like, well, it looks pretty thrilling. So I took that one. And then this one, Chrissie was like, oh, it's so purple. But Angela Hunt, I've never read Angela Hunt, and I've heard good things. And Woman of Lydia, the woman from Lydia. I know Lydia from the Bible. She's one of the more, I think Lydia is really interesting in the New Testament, the tent maker. I'm interested in the character of Lydia, so I wanted to read that. Now for the books that I bought in the bookstore. I don't think Stacy bought anything. And like I say, Chrissie got the one that the lady gave her for free, but I just went nuts because I want souvenirs. And also I was a really good, reader, and I read the things that I already own. I haven't bought anything in a while. And so I went a little nuts, and I just grabbed, especially since it was like a book exchange, the price was right. This one's Piercing the Darkness. I forget what the other one's called. I think there's one before this, and I have that one on my app, my audio app. So I'm going to listen to that one first. And then I know nothing about Danny Petrie, but one of the ladies, Chrissie or Stacy or maybe both, said Danny Petrie was good. I think they said Amanda likes Danny Petrie. So I was like, okay, win, win, and win. If Amanda likes it and Chrissie and Stacy like it. So I just grabbed both of the Danny Petrie books. No idea. But I can tell just from looking at it, there's military tags, so there's going to be action. Calculated risk suggests there's going to be, some kind of thriller or something. Let me see, I'll tell you a little bit about it. It says, he carries the burden of his mistakes. The wounds of Jason Gonzalez's body are nothing compared to the ones in his heart. The former Marine avoids getting close to anyone new. Okay, so this is going to be a romantic thriller. He avoids getting close to anyone, especially his gorgeous next door neighbor. And then Addison is the next door neighbor. She's escaped an abusive marriage and has become an advocate for others. An intruder breaks into her home. Okay, so yeah, this has like Christy Barrett. What was it? Race Against Time with the grumpy neighbor and the guy who was out to get the woman with the, I loved that book. So this one sounds like that. I got it. Cold Light a Day, know nothing about it. One of the ladies, Chrissie or Stacy, must have said it was good, or maybe I just grabbed it. I don't know, but it looks good, doesn't it? Police Chief Autumn Long is fighting to keep her job in the quiet Alaska town. So this one, it sounds like it's set in a quiet Alaska town, but there's some people that go missing. So it's a nice mystery with a really cool, literally punny, cool setting. Stranger in the Chat Room. I know nothing, okay? Bethany House. It's a Bethany House book. It says, after 8 months of cyber discussions with Supreme Being Blake, oh my goodness, hold on. So this is lauded as a type of screw tape letters for teens. I haven't read Screw Tape Letters, but that's in my shopping cart. I've been meaning to read that by C.S. Lewis. But anyway, I don't know, but something about a chat room and bad news with the chat room. I'm super funny about technology and social media, which is funny because I have this YouTube channel, and I've just recently sort of started with Instagram, but I don't have Facebook or anything like that. I'm really leery of all things social media. So this sounded pretty good, especially since I have a teenager and I teach teenagers. This book talks about, I guess the dangers of social media in the form of a story. And it looks like it's a young adult book. So maybe I got it hoping my son would read it, but he's not. I try to get him to read. He doesn't want to read. So if I bought it for that reason, I can tell myself like, okay, you were being a little naive there. He's probably not going to read it. But anyway, okay. And the last one, just another Peretti. Now this one I think it was Stacy talking about on her channel over a year ago, and I looked for it online and couldn't find it. And so I saw it in this store, and I told Stacy and Chrissie, I was like, this is a hard book to find. I'm going to grab it because they had 2 copies. So I grabbed this too, and I'm really looking forward to reading them. So that was my trip to the boba tea shop and the bookstore. I had so much fun. Ladies, thank you so much for your fellowship and your time. And if you are a Christian booktuber out there who does wonderful videos or who comments on my channel, thank you. All 3 of us were saying what a huge blessing it is just to know that there are other people out there too who love the Word of God and want to read books, fiction and nonfiction books that just inspire us to think about God and dwell on the love of God. And what a blessing it is to have you guys out there and to see 2 of you in particular in Midlothian. Bye-bye.